Hello, friends and followers. Welcome back to TJ's Modeling Bench. Half of my Saturday night short track group build is finished. The Chevy I'm having a few issues with. Of course, I used 3D printed engines in both of them, and the headers on the Chevy one have been giving me fits. So I've got to create my own. So that might get put on the back shelf for back burner for a little while I get some other things done. But for now, the Ford is, for all intents and purposes, complete, and I'll show it to you now. So this is the 34 Ford Slammer, and I'm overall not as happy with it as I was hoping I would be. I should have spent a little more time working on the chassis and getting things cleaned up a little better and gaps filled. Recently, Mark Batson over at Hobby 007, he finished up a Ford short track build. Not the exact same car, but very similar. And his looks so much better than mine. When I saw his, I was really disappointed in myself. You know, like here you can see I didn't clean up that mold line. Several of these are like that. And in fact, because I used an aftermarket engine, 3D printed, the hood, well, what constitutes a hood doesn't fit properly, and I had to cut off the scoop that was there because my air cleaner sticks up higher than the kit one did. I did do a little bit extra to it. You can see I did wire the engine. I've got a radiator hose, upper and lower, in fact. Wired up the battery. You can see, I hope you can see I got the racing harness seat belt inside on the seat. The Goodyear tires. And you'll see there are Schrader valves on the wheels. Now, my exhaust headers, they sit down underneath the car, and when it's actually sitting on the wheels, you could probably just barely slide a sheet of paper underneath those headers. So, yeah, not great execution there on my part. I mean, it was still fun. I don't know if you remember, I redid the shocks, front and rear. I tried to make my own coilovers instead of the kit pieces because, you know, the way they were molded, they weren't even round cylinders. You know, kind of like all these mold lines on the frame members there. You know, and then like the ends of this outside, these didn't make contact with the frame rails, so they're just kind of floating in midair. Yeah. And of course the other one, the Chevy one, that one is a little bit incomplete. I've had a real hard time trying to get headers to fit that one properly. Headers that I'm going to try to make with solder, but I haven't had much luck there either. So at least I got this one done. It's a shelf queen. It won't go to any contests. I may build another one though. I mean, I really like it. I'm just disappointed with myself in my execution and finish on it. It could have been better and it should have been better. I've had a real problem with that as of late. I guess maybe I'm rushing myself. I got too many things I want to do. So I feel like I got to get this one done so I can get the next one started and get the next one started and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I really need to slow down, concentrate on one thing at a time, and see it through to completion before I get myself too deep in the weeds on something else. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm going to be getting started on finishing up my USAC build. I've got just over a month now to get that done before the deadline, and I've got quite a bit of work yet to do on it. And then we'll also be working on the cord that we unboxed and looked at last week. My Chevy wagon is going to be on the back burner also for a while. And we might start another aircraft soon. So be on the lookout for that. Anyway, till the next one, y'all. Peace and love.